The security guard stopped me and tried to take my bag from me. So she's like, oh, well, it's just something about a man carrying a purse that just rubs me the wrong way, so I need to take your bag.
Oh,
That was
wow.
probably the most memorable moment of homophobia that I've experienced.
Have you ever had like, one of those experiences of racism or homophobia in like your adult life?
The culture going into tattooing is a little bit better. It does have a high stigma on homosexuals and women. It's a white-dominated career path. So being gay and black, like a double negative, that's not flying. So it took me a long time to get my foot in the door, and then someone had to actually see my talent.
Growing up as a kid, I was really kind of an outcast, and I really didn't have many friends. I was always bullied and picked on.
There were some people who tried to bully me, but they didn't know that I was trained in 6 different types of martial arts, so jokes on them.
Did you ever karate chop anybody in the throat?
I did.
Yeah.
There were times where I wanted to commit suicide, so I could only imagine this generation growing up and not having, an outlet, whether it's poetry or singing or music. In order for us to all move forward as a whole, we need to just help one another and unite as one,
Always had an affinity for entertainment and making people laugh. I love to make people laugh. Back in college, I actually worked with the university's local TV station and had my own sketch comedy show. Written, produced, directed, edited, starring me. It was canceled.
Like, girl, can y'all back up? You're entertained. Listen. I listen, live for that. Ooh, y'all fine as hell. Wine your pussy, bitch. Ooh, I think I was gonna ever say that to Kiki. She was such a young girl. I put my pussy too, so. Bitch, let's fuck it up. Put your hands up, put your hands up. Put your hands up, put your hands up.
Hey!
Hi! This has been a tedious task for some reason. Skype, that's why I deleted off my phone. Off my MacBook. It's just too much.
Oh,
so reinstalling has been so much problems. Like every time you call me, it was like, install this plugin, then install this plugin. And I'm like, okay, you know my plugin. Where's the goddamn socket? People like stuff in. But neither here or there. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I am wonderful.
Good. Your nails are everything, by the way.
Thank you. It's time for feeling it too closely.
You are a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And you are hilarious.
Thank you.
It's just a matter of fact. Like,
thank you so much.
There's a lot of people who do YouTube and do reaction videos like you're known for, but you have a special gift of epic one-liners. Like, you telling Keke Palmer, I pop my pussy too, I want that on my headstone. Just to let you know. Yeah.
And me and her talked after that, and she was like, "It's so much shit I want you to like." She been saying so much shit I've been saying. I was like, "Oh my god, thank you. That's so cute."
I love it. I love it. So, How did you even get into that, like making videos and posting them online? How did that, come about?
I've been posting videos. Little people know since I was like in ninth grade in high school in 2009. I did skits and stuff, and I was just stupid with a wig on, and I guess I was doing it before it was popular on Instagram, and so it was like no views barely, and I quit YouTube for a long time actually, like about a year and a half to 2 years in my freshman year of college, and then one summer I just started to make videos again, but the first video was Lady Gaga applause reaction. And this was before reaction was a thing on YouTube. And I was just like, I don't care, I'm just going to do this. And it blew up. And I was on TV with Lady Gaga first before anything. So I was on E! News, and then me and her was on TV together on Graham Norton. So I blew up from that. And once I blew up from that and then made my own channel, then the whole Beyonce thing, it was just everything just happened from that point on.
I love that. And so, like, your channel is growing by the day. Like, social media is, like, on fire. You're talking management? Like, so is this, like, a full-time thing now? Or is it, like...
Yeah, I have opened up about this because, I really try to keep YouTube, like... I try to keep my channel very, like, it's just me. I'm not trying to put my, like, I don't know, just a complete business out there. But it is, and it turned into one. And, I do have a manager now. I have a complete manager. I have a whole production team pretty much behind me. It's so much has been happening. Like, I started being a full-time YouTuber 8 months ago. So, like, around August, October, September-ish, on that time, I quit my job at Target and was like, fuck it, I'm just going to try. And my manager was not making no money. I was like, I was getting monetized, but I was with a shitty company that I did not want to name to start no beef. And, because everybody know about them. But I was with a shitty company. And, I was like, they were like biting all my money, like thousands of dollars from me. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I put in the sue, so they let me go. And, I just signed with Google, and then all my money came towards me. So I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm about to just quit my job and do this. And even with that, it's just not, like, a profitable gain. Like, it's not like, oh, bitch, I gotta do this for you want me no money. It's literally just, like, it just makes it funner, actually. It's just, like, you really just wake up, press record, and talk to thousands of people.
Come on, that's a beautiful thing. From Target to YouTube, and, like, a full-time, like, entertainment job. That's entertainment.
No, it is. And I was like, I was at Beat Ups for 2 years. So I was a Beat Up server. And I guess we call ourselves Buffalo Hoes. So I was a Buffalo Hoe for 2 years. And I went to Target after that. And then I went to YouTube. So
yeah,
it's amazing though. Yeah.
It's so weird you say that. Buffalo Hoe is my nickname in high school. So that's awesome.
So, girls and gay boys, I'm here to put y'all on game because I got a few straight friends and I be listening to them, and y'all need to know, all they do is talk about bitches and hoes, and y'all the bitches and hoes. No offense, but that's what they call y'all. All they do is talk about how they done fucked this bitch and dogged out that hoe. Let me tell you ladies, these men only want one thing, is that moochie. Now, that moochie got power now. That moochie for hundreds of thousands of years has been known to make niggas, men, and fuckboys go crazy. From emptying out their bank accounts to leaving a happy home. You got power and you need to use it. Because these men are telling their friends, telling people who they hang out with, telling people who are even not their friends that they have fucked you. And what you got to show for it? Nothing. So listen to me now, because I'm gonna put you on game. If you got a light bill due, if you got college tuition due, shit, some of y'all got kids to feed. Think about that first before you let these niggas, men, and fuckboys taste the rainbow, okay?
So, let's just hop into it because I know you're probably sleepy and ready to go to bed. Mm-hmm. But I don't know too much about you. All I know is from your social media and that you are hilarious. So how did all of that start?
I was bored one day and just talk shit.
Hey.
No, I was following this profile called Toya Turn Up, and she was talking shit about her man and her hookups. And at the time, I was having a lot of men and hookups, so I decided to emulate her, but from it, like, just like, I emulated her, but I knew I would be original, even though I kind of was like not being original. I knew it would be original because it was coming from a gay guy, and it was coming like hers was like made up, just comedy to make people laugh. Mine was like real experiences. I made a few videos. People liked them. They related to them. And then people just started asking me for advice. And so I just started giving advice. And my page got deleted. And I was like, fuck it. I'm not making any more videos. And then somebody was like, no, you got to keep going. You got something going on. So they said, why don't you come up with like a name instead of just your name, like come up with like something that's catchy. And so that's how Talk Gay with Fit came. And then the rest is history.
Awesome.
I was at this rally and I was surprised to hear these black Baptist ministers come out in support of gay marriage. I was like, what did he just say? I was like, say it again, say it again. And because see, I'm from North Carolina, and I don't know how many of y'all know this. I don't know how many old school Church of God in Christ, Pentecostal, apostolic, turn some furniture over, swing around on the chandelier, humana, 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 shake a tail, Father, thank you, Jesus, that type of stuff, right? And the pastor get to preach, he be like, oh yes, and pass that collection plate. Oh yes, get your soul right with Jesus. And then the spirit will start moving, right? He be like, oh, the Lord is calling me right now. Humana, 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 shake it, baby, baby, baby. Oh, Patti LaBelle, Shaka Khan, Christina Aguilera, waka la 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 la. And for real, some of them pastors that be trying to call them demons, I'll be like, there's a homosexual demon in here. We're gonna cast it out. Yes. I'm not breaking my neck.
How are you?
I'm exhausted. Okay, so it's what I'm doing is I'm kind of recovering while working. Is what I'm mastered over the years.
I know you're busy. You've been touring like everywhere.
Yeah, I've been on the go. I've been touring. I just released a new comedy album. I have a film that we've been showing on the road.
Yes.
Well, a documentary rather. A documentary. And what else? A new book is coming out. I have a lot of things going on. So I'm one of those folks. I mean, because the thing about LGBT artists is you don't have a choice but to be prolific.
Exactly.
Because they think we're disposable, so you really have to kind of like keep your claws and everything.
Go above and beyond. And I don't know. How are you alive right now? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, because I know how to get somewhere and lay my black ass down.
Hey. So I have to know. My first question is, how does this little boy from North Carolina become this like big comedic superstar? Like working with like Paul Mooney and like Angela Bassett, all these like big names. How does that happen?
Ooh, hold on, you about to get the tea.
Come on, nipple ring.
Oh, so inappropriate. I'm just.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little nipple.
Okay, they already got. I believe in that. Free the nipple.
There you go.
My mother left North Carolina when I was a baby and brought me to D.C.
Oh.
And I always knew I was on a lot of medicine when I was little. But growing up, they still put a lot of kids on risk.
Wow, yeah.
Rather than saying, okay, well, this kid has a lot of energy, let's see how we can harness that and maybe put this child in a creative writing program or theater. What do you want to do? And, especially for us, a lot of black parents, kind of raise our kids like, you do what I say. I don't care what you want.
Yeah.
That kills a lot of kids' dreams. I wanted to originally be a singer. But when I would sing at churches and stuff like that, they, in the churches, you got to make them jump up and down and do backflips and all that type of stuff.
Crip walk a little bit, yeah.
All that type of stuff. Yeah, But they would always say, well, we wanted you to tell some more stories about how the devil tried you this week. And I was like, but I was singing. They'd be like, that's nice, but you talk better. You talk better. And I'd be like, oh, that's nothing worse than church shade. Finally, my teacher, Miss Davis, I think I was in 10th grade, she pulled me out of class one day. And she said, you need to take your black ass and you need to go either get back in theater or you need to try to go do comedy. I think now I'm coming up on 16 years now.
I love that. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Florida.
Okay.
I'm Cuban and Filipino and black. Mostly Cuban.
Okay. That's a lot of culture. All right. What was that like growing up? Because I mean, Florida's a little bit more progressive, but it's still the South. So how was that growing up? Like, you know, a brown skinned boy and being gay on top of that in the South.
Well, there's lots of brown skinned gay boys in the South, so it wasn't too hard. It wasn't hard at all. I mean, I've taken care of myself since I was like 9 years old.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You've been taking care of yourself since you were 9 years old?
Mm-hmm.
How? Like I was just learning how to tie my shoe at 9. I think I was a slow child. Don't judge me.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I live with I grew up in a house where my grandfather worked at night and slept during the day, and I went to school during the day, and I slept at night. So I had someone put a roof over my head, but as far as when I say taking care of myself, like I grew up alone, all of the things a normal kid would be mentored and taught from their parents, I learned from firsthand experience. So yeah, I've been taking care of myself since I was 9 years old. I've got my own jobs. I work for just everything I've done is because I did it. There's been no handouts. So that's what I'm saying. Like my mindset, my paradox, my way of thinking is not that of a person who's had their hand held all their life.
This is a complete 180 in such an amazing way because I watch your videos and I've been watching your videos for a while, and this is such a different side of you, and you're very deep. I feel like there's a side that people have just yet to see with you.
Well, I'm not surprised you say that at all. I mean, people, that's very standard when people actually talk to me. And they expect from Instagram, but you get you're talking to like a woke person.
Yeah.
No shade, and I hate to say this, but you have to be educated. Like, you've got to do something. You know, some people think that it's okay. some gays watch too much Bad Girls Club, and they think they are on the show. And so they think that they have to be that top bitch. And it's like, you're emulating the female culture, but majority of the time they emulate us. So it's just like, come on now, girl, think about it. You know, that's what I said in my video too. Like how every reality star female is using all our lingo. It's everywhere.
Yes.
Realize who you are. Realize how powerful you are for real as a gay man and as a gay black man. And I think in the black community, the gay culture is so laughed at because the first thing people think about, let's be honest, when you think about gay, you think about a dick in the butt. Like that's the first thing people think about. Unfortunately, and that's just the case. And I'm like, wow. Growing up black and like a little kid, but you know something, you're different. It fucks you up because you see that this is how a man should be. Why do I feel like this? And so now I need to closet all this. But if I do come out, I need to be not a sissy. I don't need to be a fag. And I hate saying that word, but I don't need to be a fag. Or if you see a trans woman, why the fuck are you doing that to your body? I need to, because that's just not right. That's not accepted in the hood or with my uncles or with my brothers, you know? So you don't want to be judged by them. So we're not as open as opposed to a white man that's growing up gay where Billy Bob and their parents are like, oh, it's okay, you're gay. Just go to school, make a lot of money, open a business, you know, that's who gives a fuck. Live your life. And that's just, it's a cultural difference. Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest problems in our black homes because our moms and dads, or dads that were not there, or in my case, moms that were not there. People sometimes, you get taught to be a man. Yeah. And to be a man, you have to do this, X, Y, and Z. Being gay is not one of those things.
Now, I want to know, have you ever had a standout moment in your life where either it's professionally or personally, where you faced kind of backlash or pushback because of your sexuality from, you know, your identity as a black man or from the black community?
There's going to be a backlash in anything you do. Anything you do in life, people are always going to hate. People are always going to find the flaws in your perfection. So, to answer your question, yes, but when do you not ever get back? When do you not get backlash for something that you do?
That's a good question because I just faced one like a couple weeks ago. Oh, you get all the tea.
Of course, and I think I still do. I mean, when I was growing up, the first one was the church. Because I didn't know what being gay was. I knew that I liked football and basketball, which I still like football and basketball. But I also have always loved Lifetime movies and baking cookies and shit like that. And I still smoke some weed and watch Lifetime and sit there and cry and watch Lifetime. You know,
sounds like a good Tuesday. I like it.
I love it. You know, all of it. So my parents, particularly I had a stepdad who lived with us. He didn't think that was normal. You know, so of course I used to get hit in the chest, and he used to, you know, he used to like wrestle me around on the floor, and he would choke me and all kinds of like things. And it was horrible. It was child abuse.
Yeah.
But he called himself making me man up.
I was booked for this event that, you know, I can't say, but I was booked for this event, and they contacted our manager and was like, hey, can you make sure he wears a t-shirt and jeans? And I was like, I wear that in my normal life. Okay, well, whatever. And then they wanted me to promote on my channel, like, for the event, and, like, you know, whatever. But my manager was like, okay, that's gonna cost you a little bit more coin, obviously. So yeah, but we don't mind, but just throw off of that. And, you know, just regular business stuff. And they were like kind of in so many words they replied with, you know, well, no, because I'm not gonna pay a man in a leotard, hinted to the Beyonce video that went viral. I'm not gonna pay a man in a leotard to come to my event. This is not a gay event. But you wanted to, I'm trying to figure out, but you wanted to hire me. So I've never been gay bashed before, which, you know, it's hard to believe because I'm so open with my life. But I've never been like face-to-face gay bashed or even gay bashed online or anything. So to have a brand tell me, well, for him to come to this event, he needs to be like this, or I'm not paying him X amount of more dollars because he's a man in a leotard, it's like, wow, okay. Well, my manager, of course, we pulled out because, like, no, I'm not going to an event like that, you know. So, like I said, the bigger you get, the issues you get. People want to put you in a box, and they want your numbers that you have, but they don't want you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, if you see my video, I'm clearly, what the fuck is T bitches and this, that, and the other, and hopping all over the place, and that's just what it is, you know. So it hurt my heart. I really, like, that whole day. And it's hard to shatter my spirit because I'm literally like, what you see on camera, I'm literally like that all day long. So it just hurt my feelings to see that. And I was like, wow, that's okay.
I hate that for you. That's unfathomable.
It's fucked up.
There you go. I couldn't say it better myself.
I hosted a birthday party not too long ago. and one of the people there was a nurse for like an STD, AIDS type abusive persons type clinic, and they told me that my videos serve as such an inspiration to like different things they do in the clinic, that they use my videos to open up presentations, and they use my advice, certain videos that I make. I've made videos about, HIV, and when I say videos about HIV, I make videos about, because I had somebody ask me advice about, she was dating this guy and he wants to have sex. It's been 5 months, but she has HIV. What you do? And I told her what I would imagine I would do, and it turned out to be so inspiring to the HIV community. I hate to say HIV, but the HIV, community, that at some clinics they use that video as a presentation, to open up a presentation about telling your partner. So all the backlash I get 10 times more in love.
What has been one of the most, challenging obstacles you face as a Black gay man?
So a lot of club bookers, and this is the thing that I still face, although it's gradually changing, is a lot of club bookers and a lot of television producers and that type of thing are very hesitant to book a gay act because they don't think they're marketable. And I mean, just the community, which is why I sometimes beat myself up, like, oh my God, one of the worst things I could have done was marketed myself to the gay community, is because it's particularly Black gay men, unless it's like a porn star, like a Castro or whoever, name one, they don't get behind you like that. The lesbians, they support.
They do.
Thank God for lesbians. If it weren't for lesbians and Black women and white liberals, I probably would not work.
Wow.
Because, I mean, my thing is, I never cared to be famous. If it happened, all right, I mean, even though I've done a lot of TV and a lot of people follow me and whatever, or whatever you want to call it, I don't care for Kevin Hart's success or any of that. If it happens, okay, then I'll find a way to deal with it. But it was more consistency. Like, obviously, there are certain things that people need to know. Like, I was one of the first Black gay comics.
Yeah.
I'm one of the premier. Like, I was one of the first to perform at a lot of historically Black theaters.
Yes.
First to have a comedy album that almost got nominated for a Grammy. Like, a lot of different things.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I want to know, like, just peeking into your brain a little bit, what do you think it would take for an LGBT comic, and an LGBT comic of color at that, to reach mainstream success like a Kevin Hart or an Eddie Murphy?
I mean, it's possible.
Yes.
I, in the back of my head, believe that it was not possible, but I look at people like RuPaul, who's dominating ratings on every industry, on every network that he's on. It's very possible, because you look at the caliber of talent that we have, and all it takes is the right vehicle. If the right thing happens that sticks, that shows us not as sexual beings, not as necessarily political beings, but just humans, that's how we're always seen in television and film, as clowns, like characters, like are giving fashion advice, being loud and outrageous. They never show our, it's always like catty, faggoty, over feminized. They never show us as people.
I have a lot of producers contacting me, and Warner Bros. Studios just contacted me today to be on the Bachelorette, which might be a little bit hard for me.
Why do you think so?
Because who I'm showing you now is me. Like, this is me. Like, this is me. Talk Gay with Faye is me, but Talk Gay with Faye is me sometimes. What you're getting now is me. So I'm going to have to consciously channel Talk Gay with Faye and suppress this woke person that I am, and because they want loud and funny and just they want to talk it with face. So in a way, I'm like selling my soul. What you see on Instagram is a very real part of me. Don't get me wrong; it's a side of me that happens to come out on camera for some reason. So when I'm on The Bachelorette this Wednesday, I'll be talking gay with Faye.
Being in, the political climate that we're in now, we're in Trump's America, supposedly, and with the Black Lives Matter movement being so prevalent and the horrific post-Orlando shootings that happened last year, what would you say is your biggest fear of being Black and gay in America?
Not succeeding and not being understood, or not getting allowed opportunities that I know I deserve because of the color of my skin and the person I choose to label it.
I can't really speak from experience on that. Yeah, I can't really speak from. I'm just the type of person I could make up something to say, but I like my words to be real, and I can't really speak from experience. I haven't truly experienced, discrimination and equality rights, and I just can't speak from experience.
What advice or words of encouragement would you give to young Black men or just men of color in the LGBT community who fear living in Trump's America?
Not to be afraid, because the good thing about us as people of color is we've seen work. No matter what level that we're on, we make it work. And that level of resilience that we have as people, we will always have. We don't have a choice, but we've been doing that since we got over here. So we're gonna make it. I think that we just need to become more politically active. And this is just me being blunt. I love Black Lives Matter. I love NAACP. I love the National Urban League and the Southern Leadership Council, but they aren't doing the work that they did back in the 60s when we were in the church. Even, no shade, even Black Lives Matter, I think the hashtag is doing more work than the organization.
Social media warriors and activists, instead of actually getting out and doing things.
Yeah, and people bribe my case for saying that.
I just have faith that stuff will work out, and I just have faith that if you stay to the cause and you bring up the people that desperately need that platform, like my Black gay men, because I will always be here for them, then that's my tiki. That's just what it's going to be. Like I said in the video, I love all my gay men, but being Black and gay in America is not easy to walk in those shoes. And not even being Latina. Ooh, don't even get me started on Latino.
Yeah.
So, and I'm understanding. But and I've talked to some white gays, and I'm understanding too that with them just being gay is enough to not get you a job. So the color of your skin sometimes don't even fucking matter. They find out you gay, it's like, oh bitch, no, you gotta go.
Yeah.
You got to go. So they have to dress up to be this whatever the fuck, to blend in with all the rest of the crowd. So I'm not trying to exclude the white gays too much either, because I've talked to a couple since that video, and they'll let me know, bitch, no, it's hard for us sometimes too. I know it's hard to believe that because we've been the oppressors for so long, but bitch, the times are changing, girl. So, that's just what it is.
You have to use your voice, and in order to see change, you have to be the change that you want to see. So I would encourage everybody that's going through something to be the change that they want to see, and use their voice and make a difference.